Do you want to know how to boost the income and value of your multifamily properties? Well, you've landed on the right video. Today, I'm going to show you how you can identify value-add opportunities in multifamily real estate. So let's talk about that in the value add proposition. First and foremost, let's look about property upgrades. So there's upgrades where you can renovate the units, bring better class amenities. And so when we're buying properties, and this is really a core focus for us, we're an opportunistic buyer. We traditionally look at value add properties because value add is one of the greatest methods to increase what we call forced appreciation. We talked about that in another one of our videos on how you can not hope for appreciation, but you can make it happen through your execution, and value add is one of the key strategies. So when we buy a community, if it's built in the 70s, 80s, 90s, or even 2000s, it's 20, 30, 40 years old. Maybe the interiors are 30 years old. We can update, renovate the kitchens, the bathrooms, put in new plank flooring, two-tone paint, and bring it to a fresh look of a modern 2023 unit. And the result of that is it's now worth more in rent. So maybe before it was $900 in rent, now it's worth the $1,200 in rent that other people in the market are getting. The other thing that you can look at as well is to upgrade the amenities. We've gone in where the pool was dormant, brought it back to life. Now again, some of these things, like realistically, maybe only 20% of residents use the pool, but it looks great, and it's also an amenity that's available to market online. That's part of the big part of it. The other thing you can do is create amenities where none existed before. We can create dog parks, barbecue areas, pergolas, walking space. There's all kinds of things. We just got done installing a soccer field. You say, good Lord, Randy, a soccer field? Well, it's a smaller soccer field, but we have a larger demographic of Hispanic and European people in the community. And you know what? Hey, I mean, I'm a guy here in the USA. When you come to our office, you'll see part of our hallway corridor. It's got like USA emblems and flag and stuff like that. I'm a patriot, no doubt. But I've also been a football guy, right? Because not been about a soccer, but these folks and kids have an affinity to that. So we put in a soccer field, fenced it in, got a pergola there by it so that the families can sit out of the sun, watch kids play soccer. I mean, so there's a great ways to do it. We have one project where there's a walking path through the woods that was done. And these are great ways that increase the value to the residents. And when you provide them greater value, there's also greater opportunity of income. And so that's really critical when you're looking at how can you upgrade the property. The other thing you can do is upgrade some of the services, like provide value for valet trash, meaning you pick up the trash right at the door from the people. And then also too, one of the things we've done out in the real heat areas like Arizona, Phoenix, stuff like that, is you can provide covered parking. I mean, good Lord, Florida's hot. But out there, it's like 115 degrees, 120 degrees in the summer. So these are simple, not simple to do, but simple strategies to make the place better. And then in turn, you've upgraded your property. Another value add proposition that we always look at is how can we improve property management and operational efficiency? So now we own over 3,000 units. We have a pretty big footprint, and we try to bring that benefit of operation to apply to each community that we buy. So we want to get better pricing on all of our flooring, our paint, our vendors, appliance supplies, bring that into the mix. Our property management team is efficient in how they approach things, and there's an operational efficiency and a reduction in cost. These reduction in costs improve the value of the property, because how you force appreciation is by improving the overall value of the property. If you're enjoying this video, make sure give it a like and subscribe to my channel. Now, one of the next categories is repositioning. So this is a context where the property is maybe like a C and you're bringing it to a C++ or a B minus. It's one with which you're repositioning the demographics. Now, we've done this, and this is not necessarily an easy process. I mean, it may take upwards of 24 months where you're repositioning the tenants in the property to have a better demographic profile. You're repositioning the properties itself. As you go through the renovation stage, it becomes a newer, fresher look. We've painted the exteriors of the buildings, we've improved the grounds, we've installed different amenities. We've made it look more appealing, and what that does is it brings a better tenant profile. We've also rebranded and changed the name to the property as we've completed these things. These are all items that can be done in repositioning. Let me just say this with respect to repositioning. I've seen plenty of people get burned in this thinking they're going to go into a D area, reposition the property to become a C plus or a B, and that's the home run they're going to hit. And they always come up losing. Because look, if it is a D area, you're not going to get the person to drive through the D area to come live at the B property. It just doesn't happen that way. So again, you've got to be smart and intelligent about how far you can reposition the property. Market analysis is critical as it relates to the value add proposition. You need to be able to understand what's going on within the market in the comparable properties so that you can identify the right value add strategy, right? You may be in a market, and like there's some that we have been in where, you're not going to get the value of putting in granite countertops and stainless steel appliances because that's not what the market's going to bear, and that's not the rent price that people are going to achieve. So now we were also looking at a property realistically just today where you could do a premium renovation or an elite renovation. So like the premium renovation got a rent of $1,460 a month. The elite renovation costed about $1,300 more and gets $1,485. So that's not really a good proposition, right? You're spending $1,200 more and you're getting $25 more per month. So that's $300 more per year. It takes you 4 years to capture back that additional $1,200. So you need to understand your market dynamics because, when we looked at that even today, said, yeah, that's not worth doing that elite finish because you're not capturing that money back, but yet for 4 years. So again, make sure that you understand what's going on in your market trends. Look at the competing properties. What are they doing? What are they getting? And then identify those value adds that are going to bring that results for you. So the financial metrics, really, that's a key component that, looking at your value add strategy, how does that work, right? How is it making an impact? So you've got cap rate compression that goes on. You've got internal rate of return. To be able to really look at your overall return on investment to measure the success of the value add strategy, right? What I mean by that is like that, and again, different markets will bear out different things at different times, but with respect to a value add property, a lot of times you can get a lower cap rate if you're selling the property with a still value add component because they're willing to pay a bit more for the property because there's more upside by them completing some of the value add and driving rents further. There's also a reality that you can, if you reposition the property and bring it from a C to a B, that people are willing to pay more for that because it is a better property, and then it would in turn have a lower cap rate than what it did before. So, but what you want to make sure is when you're looking at these factors, you've got to make sure that it's true to the specific of the market and the submarket. And that's all the more important, especially in the market that we're in right now in 2023. That's all I have for today. And if you're interested in passively investing in multifamily real estate with me, click the link in the description of this video to join our investor club and be the first to learn about off-market investment opportunities. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.